This is another 5 out of 5. What the hell? I'm not just saying that. Dude, this is seaside Italian cooking at its most honest. The European food in Asia is very, very European. Let me tell you that. Bangkok Italian is up there with some of the best Italian I've ever had. No, that's really good. Zucca de frita, that is good. Here's what most people don't realize. Italian food in Bangkok is oftentimes more authentic than what you'll find in the US. There's no Italian-American twist here. Chefs come straight from Rome, Naples, Sicily, and bring true regional flavors that most Westerners have never even tasted. From creamy northern pastas to spicy southern sauces, Bangkok's Italian food scene is the real deal. Let's hit the crawl. We're at the Melting Clock. This is probably one of the fanciest, most well-decorated Italian spots that I've ever been to in my entire life. Look, you've got Salvador Dali up on the wall and all this crazy art and Sean Connery and different European things. Let's try the food. She looks pretty hot. Looks Italian. Italian face. Indigenous Thai outfit. You got the abstract Sicilians. No comment necessary, but I'll just say this. Dudes who look like this, they get a lot of girls. Like I said, guys, I'm always amazed at the plethora of authentic European options here. This is porchetta, and this comes from central Italy, Lazio, Umbria, Tuscany. I mean, it's juicy on the inside, crispy on the outside, very Asian. You've got like almost like a pate on the inside. You've got, I don't even know what sauce this is. Here we guys go. Porchetta, porchetta. Wow. Hold up. Hold up. So if you guys notice, a lot of restaurants overseas are like pan-Italian, but in Italy, they only serve like one thing in one region. Wow. I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. This is fusilli, and this is from southern Italy, Campania, Calabria, where Calabrian chili oil is from. Wow. Hold up. You guys, everybody loves, you know, different bow tie pastas, but one thing that is not that common in America, especially not in the public school lunchroom, is fusilli. This is another 5 out of 5. What the hell? I'm not just saying that. Give my Italian guys. This is cose al gio e vino bianco, and it's garlic, white wine, olive oil, parsley, and a touch of chili or tomato. This comes from Naples and Sicily. Wow. Give you this bread too to dip in the clam sauce. Very understated, very seafood forward dish. Like we said, seafood in Thailand is always going to be a win. And man, I'm telling you, whether you got ancient pork recipes, modern fusion pastas, or coastal garlic bombs like this, a 4.8 out of 5. This spot is amazing. I'm really glad I came here, but onward on the crawl. I don't know how we're going to beat this spot. Dude, this is seaside Italian cooking at its most honest. You are looking at a tortino al cioccolato, which is actually based off a French fondue au chocolat, but this is the Italian version of a molten lava cake. You can give it a pin with a side of panna cotta. You can get it dusted. Golly. I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5, man. A 4 out of 4, 5 out of 5. All right, you guys, next up on our crawl is GG Eatery. This is started by an Italian guy from Tuscany, Eduardo Bonavolta. This is probably the most authentic but mass-produced chain in Bangkok. As you can see outside, they got croissants and all types of Roman Milan pizzas that are already on like thick flatbreads. All right, you guys, we're at GG, as we said here. I mean, it's a little sort of commercialized, but this chef is from Italy. This is parpadelle from Tuscany. It's broad, eggy, ribbon pasta built for a heavy ragu. Straight up, guys, parpadelle is probably the best pasta out there that nobody talks about. Everybody talks about this next one, carbonara. This is from Rome, specifically a city called Lazio, and it's made with egg yolks, guanciale, black pepper, no cream, no garlic. It's salty, and it's very creamy and very eggy. This is one of the best carbonaras I ever had. Tastes a lot like Italy. This is Sicilian cauliflower, obviously from Sicily. It's roasted with raisins, pine nuts, breadcrumbs, anchovy, chili. You know, cities like Alhambra, Spain, and stuff like that, still Muslim. And last but not least, we've got minestrone. This is a classic, like, schoolyard peasant soup that a lot of people grow up eating in America, but this is you got beans in it, you got tomato based. Really simple. This is really similar to a lot of soups. Wow. It's probably the best minestrone I ever had in my life, to be honest. Like, you know, you can get good pasta at a lot of places, but you can't get a hyper elevated minestrone everywhere. Overall, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say the pappardelle was my favorite, and it's pretty clear why Italian food is like the world's favorite cuisine, and it's so unique. And whether Marco Polo got the idea from China or not, or just developed on its own, I'm telling you, probably I can see why. Because really, where in the world doesn't like Italian food? It's hard to imagine. I can't think of any personally right now. Got some ricotta ravioli with some pesto on it. Oh my goodness, the Italian chef just brought this over. We got mozzarella in there. I never had pasta ravioli like that before in the US ever in my life. All right, you guys, we are on hyper local Soy 65 right now in Ekamai, and we're at Zia Pasta. This is probably one of the most low-key Italian spots in the whole city. It's owned by a Thai lady. She trained in Italy. I heard it's super authentic. I'm excited to try it. As you can see, guys, it's crazy because we're just in a small, like, little crevice, but this actually feels like a hole-in-the-wall spot in a, small town in Italy. In Italia. As you can see, guys, these different Italian restaurants, they all pull from a different era. I would say that this is pulling from 1970s, 1980s Italy, because you have movies by Sophia Loren, who also got big in the US. She was renowned for being sort of like an exotic beauty because, obviously Italians, you got the Colosseum harkening back to the Rome days, Gladiator, all that stuff. So much Sophia Loren everywhere. Monica Bellucci. What we're looking at is a dish called amatriciana, and it comes from Amatrice Lazio near Rome. So this is a Roman pasta dish. Pecorino Romano. My goodness. Dude, this is cooked by a Thai chef, studied in Italy. Honestly, it tastes like a better version of stuff I've had before, but the guanciale, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a 4.75 out of 5. Really good. This is actually an Italian-American dish. I had no idea that in Italy, pesto was never meant to be a full-on sauce. Ooh, man, I'm telling you guys, listen, it's kind of like orange chicken or General Tso's, where it's like, there's some authentic root to it, but it just sort of took a life of its own. But I'm telling you, this is a great Italian-American classic, just like super cheesy lasagna. Next up, we've got a mushroom risotto, and this is one of the most iconic dishes that is not that big in America, but is really big in Asia. Guys, the closest thing probably that you can get from Campbell's soup or like a Progresso is like wild cream of mushroom, but this is the 10 out of 10 banger. Way more umami. Wow. And this is actually the root dish of the gigantic Sicilian meatballs that you would find, in your East Coast Italian grandma's gravy. Wow. Very different in the sense, less acidic, less Roma tomatoes, a little bit more creamy, but still dreamy. Overall, guys, I would say the thing that Zia taught me is that I can see the root dish of a lot of Italian American cuisines and how it morphed over time, because this spot is not 10 out of 10 authentic, but it's certainly not 5 out of 10, but it's cooked by Thais. Let's just give it a 6.5 out of 10. Next up, we've got Pastioli, and this place is known for having like a lot of deep cut pastas, cavatelli, carase, I don't know how to say that, fusilli, pisi, spaghetti alla città, and I went and got a gigantic ass ravioli. I got cavatelli, lamb ragu, a bunch of stuff, man. They got more authentic Italian in Thailand than in America, honestly. Listen, guys, this is cavatelli lamb ragu from, I believe, Calabria, home of Calabrian chili oil. And I'm telling you, this is not tourist pasta at all. These are little worm-shaped pastas, look like little hot dogs, little whatever you want to call them. That is really like earthy, spicy, thyme, rosemary, braised lamb shoulder for 36 hours. Listen, guys, this is a gigantic ravioli in white sauce with white truffle on it. This is hyper authentic. Never had this egg yolk on the inside. Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm telling you, listen, whatever Tony Soprano and, everybody in the mob. Really, really nuanced flavor. My goodness. The European food in Asia is very, very European. Let me tell you that.
Like we said, guys, this is called spaghetti al nero di seppia. And this actually comes from Campania and Venice, seafood-driven regions. Of course, it makes sense. Just like the seafood, regions in China are just the coastal regions. Garlic butter in there. You got the protein from the squid. Super unsweety. I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. This is unbelievable.
All right, guys, we're at Pastaicious in Ekamai, and this spot was designed to bring high-end Italian foods to a Thai person in a less fancy atmosphere. And I think they have really good ratings on Google reviews, so I'm super excited to try it.
What we have here is a truffle tagliatelle with an egg yolk on top. Like we said, this is more modern Italian, guys. This is global Italian. Like we said, a lot of people, they're gonna say they want authentic Italian, but they might pick these like global Aussie influence menus even over the real thing. That's really good, guys. Guys, in Italy, this would be simple with just dry truffle, butter and egg, but of course the modern versions that are considered modern Italian, super creamy, extra truffle flavored, egg yolks on top, more cream, more butter. All right, guys, we are looking at another modern Italian recipe. This is spicy carbonara bucatini with bacon. Bucatini is a very specific type of pasta. Guys, even though this isn't a traditional dish, the fact that it's spicy, it's gonna for sure have some Calabrian influence in there. We got a fusion item here, guys. This is a stuffed chicken breast, stuffed with mozzarella cheese on the inside, like a Gushers, mixed with Thai sweet chili oil. So this is like really a hybrid. Wow. Bangkok Italian is up there with some of the best Italian I've ever had. I'm gonna say Pastaicious for the price point. These were all less than $10 with some of my favorite per dollar ratio spots. All right, so this sandwich got invented in Milan, Italy with a lot of French influence. Milan is in the north of Italy in the 1970s. And this is an Italian roast pork sandwich. Philly, America's got a very large Italian population, but not from Milan. Next up, because we are in Thailand, guys, this is a sausage caprao. We got an egg in it. We got an Italian sausage infused with Thai spices. We've got pesto. We've also got basil in there. This is it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a 5 out of 5. We have a pizza. This is a mini, skateboard style pizza. It doesn't fully hit like an American pizza, but I'll tell you this. European foods that are more based in the European tradition, way more bread-centric. What you are looking at is gnocchi. Now, a lot of people debate whether this is called gnocchi, gnocchi. These are like little, just flour balls, little mochis, if you will. This is definitely elevated, probably peasant food. And last but not least, we've got tiramisu, and that just means pick me up because there's espresso in it. There's like lady fingers in there as well. Man, I can see why Asians like it so much. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet. It's got more of that almond mascarpone vibe to it. You can see here, guys, we have the fettuccine verde. Obviously, same in all Latin languages, it means green. We've got the fungi, which is different types of mushrooms here. I'm gonna split the burrata on top. I've actually never had a dish that quite looks like this before in my entire life, guys. Yo, I'm really glad I got this though. This is delicious, guys. Chef Boyardee doesn't make a version of this. Listen, guys, you're looking at the crazy calzone that I've ever seen in my life. Of course, in Italy, from Naples, where pizza comes from, they call it calzone. What the hell? Let's take a look inside. Oh my goodness. This is very clearly Southern Italy. More of the spicy acidic tomato side. Right here, we got North Italy. Honestly, guys, we were just in the Commons, Tonglor, which is, like almost like a hangout party place. But I did not expect to find one of my favorite Italian spots. randomly here. Like we said, guys, real tiramisu has no whipped cream. It's not whipped cream. This is egg custard, and they drizzle the chocolate on top. But that's mascarpone. There's, you know, almond flavors. Straight up, guys, this is the best tiramisu I ever had in my life. I'm telling you, this is double drenched. It's almost got elements of like a tres leches cake in it. The egg cream is like super well ratioed out. There's just a little bit of crispies in there. Shout out to Bianca in Bangkok. All right, you guys, we are at the Counting Leaf Corner. This is a very Hawaii sort of expat styled microbrewery. But as you can see here, they have some very advanced pastas here. And I heard that the chef that developed these menu items was Italian. So it's like authentic, and it's not, because they don't call themselves authentic Italian, but they have some quite advanced Italian pastas on the menu. All right, so I finally got a read on this spot. The chef is Italian, Aussie, Mediterranean. This is actually based off of a Sicilian salad called broccoli affogati, or Sicilian pasta con sarde, but this is the Australian fusion version. Man, it's good as hell. So the real Sicilian version would actually have anchovies in it, but sort of this pan-Mediterranean cuisine that's emerged in places where there's a lot of Greek, Spanish, Portuguese, and Italian people like Australia is sort of like a hybridization. What you guys are looking at is lasagna alla bolognese, and I'm not saying that this is the 10 out of 10 authentic version, but you do see the pasta sheets here. This is still a little bit more authentic to me than a lot of stuff in America. Let's try this non-Italian American lasagna. Way less Roma tomatoes, but then there's also lasagna napoletana, so a ton of different versions. But honestly, Americans might like the American version better, but they would still like this one. What you're looking at is Mediterranean sea bass angel hair pasta, and I was looking this up, and a lot of people might be familiar with a dish like this, especially if you're growing up in the Western New World countries, but this is actually just a take on a hybrided Italian dish. It's called like modern Western global fusion Italian. There's actually some Thai fusion in it, guys. I see some kaprao, see some Thai mushrooms in there, as well as these peppers. Why do I think Asians eat so much Italian food, specifically coastal Italian food? Is because I think that it uses a lot less Roma tomatoes, which, you know, I think Asians do like, but they don't love. But the fact that this is just like seafood and noodles really goes well with a lot of coastal Asian cultures, like a lot. All right, you guys, we're looking at Panazzetti. This is an Italian chain that is localized for the Thai market. And you are looking at zucca e zucchina fritta. This is just a zucchini frite that is stuffed with pumpkin. I've never had this before in my entire life. No, that's really good. You know, a lot of spots globally are sort of like pan-Italian. Zucca de fritta, that is good. This is fried cod. This is Italy's answer to fish and chips. It's called bacala de fritto, also fried. Fritto is fried. Okay. Calabrian chili oil. Wish it was smala, but we do this. It's good, but the British version could be better. Like we said, Panazzetti is from Italy, but they're gonna localize for the Thai market. This is a Chiang Mai Nam Prik Noom Yunnan sausage pizza. Wow. The reason why this works is because Italians eat a lot of eggplant too. Do they eat Thai eggplants? Do they eat Nam Prik Noom? No. But does it work on a pizza? Absolutely. I think a lot of people are used to like sort of the Pizza Hut middle class Asia fusions, but I'm telling you, this is a little bit more Italian. This is more Neapolitan, and definitely like an Italian chef that had to study Thai flavors invented this. And that's very different than sort of like, I guess some people would say the cringy, cheesy mixtures that you would see at a Pizza Hut or a Thai Domino's. I think this is the next level, mixing more like hyper authentic pizzas from Tuscany or Rome with something that's like from regional, already provincial within Thailand, not a pad Thai. So this is new. It's wild how you can explore regional Italian cuisines such as Calabrian, Roman, and Tuscan, all while walking around Bangkok. From wood-fired pizzas to slow-braised ragouts, this city is quietly becoming a global food hub. If you're into culture through cuisine, this crawl is just the beginning. Hit like, drop your favorite dish in the comments, and subscribe. We've got some more international eats on deck right here in Thailand and Southeast Asia.